Good morning to all. I am Lalita Sharma, teacher of economics. Then today we are going to discuss about the topic aggregate demand and aggregate supply. In the first class, we learn about the aggregate demand and its related concept. Then today we discussed about the aggregate supply. Aggregate supply is the C plus S. What do you mean by the aggregate supply? Aggregate supply is the value of final goods and services which all the producers are willing to produce in an accounting year. These are called the aggregate supply. We all know that the aggregate supply, it means the production which are produced by the producer. Then it can be allocated among the different production factors in terms of rent plus wages plus interest or plus profit. It means हम जो प्रोडक्शन प्रोड्यूस करते हैं वो प्रोडक्शन फैक्टर में रेंट, वेजेस, रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट और प्रॉफिट के रूप में डिस्ट्रीब्यूट कर दिया जाता है एंड दीज आर आल्सो कॉल्ड द नेशनल इनकम. सो द नेशनल इनकम एंड एग्रीगेट सप्लाई आर द सेम एंड इक्वल कॉन्सेप्ट. सो वी कैन से दैट द एग्रीगेट सप्लाई इज आल्सो कॉल्ड द नेशनल इनकम. So we can say that y is equal to c plus s. तो हम ये भी कह सकते हैं कि जो y है वो c plus s के इक्विवेलेंट होती है. It means the income which are gained by the household sector, these can be consumed as well as saved for the future prosperity. So again we discuss about the consumption function. The second question in this chapter is, what do you mean by the consumption function? Consumption function, define it with the help of table and diagram. We know that the consumption is the function of y. It means the consumption function shows the functional relationship between consumption and income. It means the consumption and income are positively related. When income increases, then consumption also increases, and when income decreases, then consumption also decreases. So we can define it with the help of table and diagram y and c. जैसे हमने पिछली टेबल में पढ़ा था कि y और c दोनों में पॉजिटिव रिलेशंस होता है and we assume that both increase at a constant rate. So when income is zero, then income also increases at a constant rate. For example, then it is when income is zero, then consumption can never be zero. Consumption कभी zero नहीं होगा. When income increases, then consumption also increases, but after the some point it increase lesser than the income. Then it can be defined with the help of a diagram. इसको फिर हम डायग्रामेटिकल शो कर सकते हैं. हॉरिजॉन्टल एक्सिस, एक्स एक्सिस एंड वाई एक्सिस. X axis we show the consumption expenditure and on the x axis we show income or output. We know that the income increase at a constant rate, so it starts from the 45-degree line. It is also called the 45-degree line. Why it is also called the 45-degree line? Because it increase at the constant rate. The consumption line starts from the y-axis because the consumption can never be zero. So when income is zero, then consumption can never be zero. then it is also called the autonomous consumption. It is the point where C is equal to Y, C is equal to Y. इस पॉइंट को हम कहते हैं, these are called the break even point. Below the point E, C is more than Y, and above the point E, C is less than Y. Then we can define it. That first step, according to this diagram, when income is 0, then there is a minimum level of consumption, then these are called the autonomous consumption, right? Then after this, when income increases, then consumption also increases, but the consumption is more than income. And on the point E, where all the income are expense on the consumption purpose, so on this point C is equal to Y. And after the point E, above the point E, income and consumption both increases, but income increases greater than the consumption. It means the consumption increases less than the income, so there is a C is less than Y. The C line is a straight line which shows the slope of the consumption curve. It means it shows the positive relationship between income and consumption. So these can be defined with the help of table and diagram. Definition, table and diagrammatical, V shows the consumption function. Then second is saving function. Outline the step by which we can construct the consumption curve with the help of saving curve. Outline the steps to be taken by which we can derive the saving curve with the help of consumption curve, या consumption curve with the help of saving curve. ये दोनों तरह से पूछा जा सकता है. तो इसमें फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल इसको हम शेड्यूल और टेबल, शेड्यूल और डायग्रामेटिकल दोनों तरह से डिफाइन कर सकते हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, y is equal to c and s. We know that y is equal to c plus s. So y minus c is equal to s. It means अगर हमें s की वैल्यू फाइंड आउट करनी है तो y minus c is equal to s, या c की वैल्यू फाइंड आउट करनी है then y is equal to s is equal to c. So 0, 10, 20, 30. For example, 4, 10, 16, 22. Then we can find out the value of s. 0 minus 4, minus 4. 10 minus 10, it is equal to 0. 20 minus 16, 4. 30 minus 22, it is equal to 8. It means the saving line starts from the negative point. Then we can draw it with the help of a diagram. X-axis and Y-axis. Then consumption and saving, C and S. या हम कह सकते हैं यहाँ पर हम एक्सपेंडिचर फाइंड आउट कर सकते हैं. एंड देयर इज द इनकम एंड और आउटपुट. ओरिजिन पॉइंट से जो नीचे पॉइंट जाएगा, T shows the negative sign. So the Y starts from the origin point and it is 45-degree line. It is a 45-degree line. And the consumption curve starts from the 4th unit से शुरू होगा. C, these are called the autonomous C. It is the break-even point. And it is the C is equal to S. So, by the difference between the Y and C, we can draw the saving curve. Y और C के डिफरेंस के द्वारा 0 टू ऑटोनोमस C की जो वैल्यू है ये 4 के इक्विवेलेंट है और इसके नीचे इतनी ही वैल्यू किसकी आएगी, S की। इट मीन्स माइनस ऑटोनोमस C, या इसको हम माइनस ऑटोनोमस S भी कह सकते हैं या माइनस ऑटोनोमस C के द्वारा भी डिनोट कर सकते हैं सेविंग को। तो इट मीन्स ये जो वैल्यू है इतनी ही वैल्यू नीचे आएगी, क्योंकि ये 4 है तो ये कितना है, -4 के इक्विवेलेंट है। एंड व्हेन C इज इक्वल टू y, सॉरी, व्हेन C इज इक्वल टू y, देन द वैल्यू ऑफ S इज इक्वल टू 0। 10 है y भी और 10C है तो S की वैल्यू कितनी होगी, 0। सो S इज इक्वल टू 0, देन S विल बी पॉजिटिव। यहां पर S पॉजिटिव है, यहां पर नेगेटिव है। पॉइंट A वेयर द S इंटरसेक्ट द x एक्सिस, x एक्सिस लाइन को जहां पर इंटरसेक्ट करता है वहां पर S की वैल्यू क्या है, S इज इक्वल टू 0। सो वी कैन डिफाइन इट विद द हेल्प ऑफ एज ए C is more than y, C is less than y. So with the help of y and C, we can define the saving curve. कि how we can construct the saving line या saving curve with the help of the consumption curve. We know that when income is 0, the saving is positive. These are called the autonomous saving. And we know that autonomous C is equal to minus autonomous S या autonomous C, यानी जो सेविंग होता है when y it is equal to 0. It means y की वैल्यू 0 होती है तो autonomous C और autonomous S की वैल्यू दोनों आपस में बराबर होती है। Only when y is equal to 0, remember, then after this the saving is also negative below the point A point से नीचे फिर saving negative है y, because the C is more than y, because C is more than y, and on the point A the S is equal to 0. Why the S is equal to 0? Because all the income are expensed for the consumption purpose. It means C is equal to y, and after the point A the S is positive. Why S is positive? Because the income increase is greater than the consumption. So saving is also positive. So with the help of the consumption curve, we can also draw the saving curve. और ये जो क्वेश्चंस है, ये क्वेश्चन अभी फिलहाल 6 मार्क्स के लिए अप्लाई हुआ था फाइनल बोर्ड एग्जाम में, इसलिए it is more important questions कि how we can outline the steps by which we can derive the consumption function with the help of the saving curve, या saving curve with the help of the consumption curve. Then next is propensity to consume and propensity to save. Propensity to consume and propensity to save. Propensity means कि when income increases, yeah, how much part of our income are expensed for the consumption purpose. These are of two types. Propensity to consume, it is equal to APC plus C upon Y, and MPC is change in C upon change in Y. APC यानी average propensity to consume, कि when how much part of our income are expensed for the consumption purpose. Then the marginal were related to the additional unit. The marginal propensity to consume shows the ratio of change in C and change in Y. It means when income changes, then how much changes in the consumption expenditure. Then propensity to save also of two types. APS is equal to S upon Y and MPS is equal to change in S upon change in Y. So APS, average propensity to save. It is the ratio of saving and income, and the marginal propensity to save, the marginal word related to also the additional unit. So it is also the ratio of change in S upon change in Y. Then we can define the relationship between APC and MPS, APS and MPC and MPS. With the numerical examples, we know that APC plus APS, the relationship, we show the relationship between APC and APS. APC is equal to C upon Y and APS is equal to S upon Y. So the LCM is Y, C plus S. And we also know that because C plus S is equal to Y, क्योंकि Y क्या होता है, Y is equal to C plus S होता है, तो C plus S किसके इक्विवेलेंट होता है, Y के इक्विवेलेंट होता है. So in place of C plus S we can define Y. So Y upon Y डिडक्ट हो गए. So we can say that APC plus APS is equal to 1. अगर हमें when we have given the value of APC, then we can find out the value of APS. And if we have given the value of APS, then we can find out the value of APC. APC is equal to 1 minus APS and APS is equal to 1 minus APC. It means अगर एक की वैल्यू गिवन है तो हम दूसरे की वैल्यू फाइंड आउट कर सकते हैं. इसमें मेन फॉर्मूला ये होगा कि वी नो दैट APC प्लस APS इज इक्वल टू 1. इसकी वैल्यू किसके इक्विवेलेंट होती है, 1 के इक्विवेलेंट होती है. देन इन द सेम वे वी कैन डिफाइन द रिलेशनशिप बिटवीन MPC एंड MPC and MPS. MPC is equal to change in C upon change in Y and MPS is change in S upon change in Y. So the LCM is change in Y, change in C plus change in S. We know that Y is equal to C plus S. So multiply by the change of both sides, we can define change in Y is equal to change in C plus change in S. So we know that because change in C plus change in S is equal to change in Y. तो change in C और change in S की जगह हम क्या डिफाइन कर सकते हैं, एज ए change in Y को डिफाइन कर सकते हैं. सो change in Y अपॉन change in Y दोनों डिडक्ट हो जाएंगे. सो वी कैन से दैट MPC plus MPS is equal to 1. So MPC is equal to 1 minus MPS and MPS is equal to 1 minus MPC. It means if we have given the value of MPC, then we can find out the value of MPS, and if we have given the value of MPS, then we can also find out the value of MPC. The main formula is the value of MPC plus MPS is equal to 1. So that's all for today. In the next class, connect with our YouTube channel. Thanks. Have a nice day.